So we're live, and I'm gonna really quick just do a little bit of recognition, if that's okay with you, because there's been some fun stuff that happened, and I think you guys should. I'm gonna share my screen with you. Hopefully you can all see that. You see my screen? Yes, thumbs up? All right. I've got you muted, so if I ask a question, give me a thumbs up. Okay. So this is recognition for the month of October, just a few categories I wanted to show you guys. I'm really proud of you. You really did kill it. You killed it in lots of different ways, which is kind of exciting. Okay, so first, let's see, here we go. Personal recruiting, number 10, Barbara Rossi with 3. Great job. Brand new director, Barbara Rossi, very exciting. Number 9, Laura Freeman with 3. Number 8, Elizabeth Fishel with 4. Number 7, Jess Cody with 4. Number 6, Kelly Hogan with 4. Melanie Sue Peterson is number 5 with 5. And Kelsey Bullock is number 4 with 5. Number 3 with 6 is Stephanie Matkin. Great job. Number 2 is Lorene, and hopefully I'm saying this right, Huber with 6. Tearing it up with all these recruits. And then number 1, let's see it, here it comes. Megan Johnson, brand new team member, Megan Johnson with 9 new recruits. She definitely tore it up, so great job, Megan. That's very exciting. And if you're wondering why some people are ahead of other people, ties are always broken sales. So if you have the same recruits as somebody else, then we're gonna look at personal sales, and that's how we're going to determine who falls into what order. So ties are always broken with personal sales. Okay, here we go. Personal sales for the month. We got number 10 in the 10 spot, Miss Jess Cody with $6,363. Nice job, Jess. That's a great month. And Chrissy O'Donnell was $6,310. Number 8, Melissa Childs was $6,315. Look at you guys. Look how close this is. Like 10, 9, and 8 are separated by $15. That is crazy talk right there. Some great sales though. Number 7, Lisa Edwards was $67.40. Great job. Number 6, Michelle Sheets was $71.70. Look at that. Number 5, Ginger Howman, brand new director Ginger, with number 5 was $72.29. Great job, Ginger. Number 4 is Christy with $72.75. Number 3 is Miss Kelsey Bullock, she's making a comeback. I love that. It was $72.86. Number 2 is Kelly Hogan with $76.90. And number 1 is Miss Caitlin Scott with $10,427.67. What a great record breaker. Great job, Caitlin. That is a great month. All right, here we go. We got director team recruits. So in the number 10 spot is Miss Heidi Meyer with 7. In the number 9 spot is Miss Kelsey Bullock with 7 as well. In the 8 spot, we have Miss Becky Gibson making an appearance on this October month. Great job, Becky. Number 7 is Chrissy O'Donnell, with 10 new team recruits, which is awesome. We love Perfect 10. Number 6, Miss Teresa Burdett with 11 new team recruits. Number 5, Miss Erica Stewart with 13. Great job. Number 4 is Miss Stephanie Meester with 13. Fantastic job. Number 3, Miss Stephanie Mack, and she is just tearing it up on all accounts here with 13 team recruits. Number 2, Miss Janelle Elliott with 25 team recruits. That is so, so, so nice. And then let's see who's number 1. Miss Jess Cody with 33 team recruits. Holy moly, great job, Jess. And team, way to tear it up. I love that. You guys are killing it. You are bringing new people into our fun team, and this is definitely growth, and it's very exciting. Okay, here we go. Next category is director team activity rate. So what this means is that if you have 100 people on your team and 80 of the 100 people hit submit on an order, that gives you an 80% activity rate. So it's basically how many people based on your team size. And it's probably in some ways, one of the fairest things, because a bigger team is going to have bigger sales, obviously, but an activity rate is based on just the percentage of people that are submitting and participating. So this is kind of an exciting recognition, because I love the participation, even in the small teams. Number 10 is Miss Caitlin Scott with 80%. Great job. Number 9, Miss Becky Gibson with 80.65, which is awesome because Becky had a move in the middle of October, and we all know moving is not fun. So that's pretty exciting to have a move. Number 8, Miss Amy Ashby with 81.25. And those of you that don't know, Amy just donated her kidney, is actually in the hospital as we speak. So that is pretty awesome activity rate and working with her team despite what's all going on in her world right now. Number 7 is my personal director team. Great job, team, 81.48%. Number 6 is Michelle Hato team. Great job, Michelle, with a brand new little baby, 83.33%. Number 5, making a comeback, is Miss Nancy Thomas, 84%. Great job. Number 4, Miss Christy Simmons, 85.19. Great job on these activity rates, you guys. Number 3, Kelsey Bullock, who I told you is also making a comeback. You notice that she's popping up in all the categories here. Little girl's working her tail off. 85.19%. Great job, Kelsey. And number 2, Susan Kraus-Lovelace with 86.67%. That is fantastic activity rate. But we have a number 1. Shall we see who it is? All right. Woohoo! Miss Jessica Henry with 88.24%. That is a fantastic, fantastic activity rate. So I'm super proud of you guys. What a great job. Way to get everybody in your team active. I mean, obviously our goal every month is 100%. I want every single person in our team everywhere to hit submit on an order, no matter what the size. They're all active and they're all participating with us. And 88.24% is something to be very, very proud of. So great job, Jessica. All right, here we go. Let's see. Next is consultants. So this is our top 10 consultants in personal sales. So number 10 is Jennifer I don't know if it's Maley or Malley, but either way, great job. $3,011.50. Great job. Number 9 was Miss Jessica Russell, $31.30. Number 8 is Amy Smart, $31.42. Look at you guys tearing it up, you consultants. I love it. But you know what I love even more is when I see these consultants take these sales and step up to manager. So I want to see all you guys manager or hire next month. You can do it, all right? Number 7 is Sherry Walls, $35.19. Look at these sales. You guys are killing it. Number 6 is Nicole Morlang, $37.53. Number 5, I don't know if it's Lara or Laura, but either way, it's cute. Long, $4,001. She came screeching into that personal sales volume bonus. I love it. And you know, something, if you're a consultant, you may not know. So something to keep track of is always shoot for 4,000 or more personal sales, because you hit the maximum bonus. You're getting the highest bonus on your personal sales. So you're getting the most kickback on your, and if you're a manager, just so you know, I'm going to stop for a second and say, if you're a manager, your personal sales go into your team sales and you get a kickback on your team sales. So you're double, triple dipping on yourself. So make sure you take that leap and step up to manager. They've made it I would say the easiest it's been in a long time. To do that, you have more than enough team sales with just that personal sales to step up. So make sure you get that done. This month, I want to see us tear it up in managers as well. Okay, so Mimi Luna had 4,019. In the number 3 spot, we have Jennifer Farnsworth, $4,680. Number 2, Antoinette Parsley with 4,704. And let's see, who's number 1? Woohoo! We've got, I don't know if you say it Aleda or Alida, but either way, she tore it up and who cares, right? So congratulations, $6,294. Girl, you killed it. Nice work. All right, here we go. October, manager and above team sales. So these are not directors, but just manager teams. So manager, star manager, executive manager, whichever category you fell into, this is team sales for managers. Number 10, Cindy Nielsen, $9,731 in team sales. Nice work. Number 9, Kristen Markham, 10,910 sales. You know what I see here, right? I see potential new directors. That's what I see. I see sales of director teams. Let's do it, you guys. Let's build those managers and get you there. Number 8, Elizabeth Fischel, $12,085. Way to kill it, Elizabeth. Number 7, Lisa Edwards, $112 in team sales. Nice work. Number 6, Sarah Tinkle, $12,507. I love it. Number 5, Danielle Hammerling, $12,876. Number 4, Beverly Powell, $12,898. Number 3, Courtney Cook, $13,774. You guys are killing it in sales. I love it. Number 2, Kelly Hogan, $16,843. And number 1, dun, 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 Lori Moe with $23,310 in manager team sales. Way to rock. I love it. Here we go. Next is director team sales. Okay, so this is director's personal team sales. So a lot of directors have personal teams and they have org. I have a personal team as well. So each director has a personal team, and then as you promote directors out, you end up with an org. So this is just directors. I shouldn't say just. This is amazing. This is director's personal team. So if you see like Janelle, for instance, Janelle, this is not her entire org. This is her personal team. Where she's working on building some new managers, right? As we all are, because that is awesome. New managers, new directors, all of it. So number 10 is Miss Jennifer Cunningham with $30,631. Way to rock, Jennifer. Number 9 is Audra Hammerling with $32,250. Woohoo! Number 8, Erica Stewart, $34,511. Number 7, Janie Stewart, $35,083. Great job. Number 6, Miss Stephanie Meester, $35,914. I love these record breaker numbers. Number 5, Teresa Burdett, $38,506. Way to rock. Number 4, Miss Chrissy O'Donnell, $38,808. The competition was fierce in this 30,000 mark. My goodness gracious. Number 3, brand new promoting director, Miss Stephanie Costa, $39,447. And number 2, Janelle Elliott, $57,544. And we have a number 1. Are you ready? Dun, 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 dun. Number 1, Jess Cody, $59,359 in team sales. She killed it. I know she was going for 50,000. She told me that she was working hard on it. I said, I think you can do 55. And she goes, okay, I'm going to push for it. And look at that. She ended up at 59,000. That's just some crazy talk right there. I love it. Great, great, great job. What that is hard work with your team, and that is building leaders within your team. That's how you end up with those numbers. And you know how I always tell you, when you step up to manager, you triple your business. Well, as directors, when you create more managers, you triple, quadruple. I mean, Jess has just blown it up. She's doing a great job. And I am so proud of each of you guys. You were fierce, you were brave, you were strong, and you were most definitely rock on. So I am super proud of all of you. I'm so proud of what you accomplished in October, and I can't wait to see what you accomplish in November, because it's going to be amazing. Okay, are you ready? Okay, so back to that being done. A couple things I want to talk to you guys about today. Lots of fun things, actually. It's November, so it's a great time to be out looking for new business that is kind of themed around the holidays. Whether that's something you do or don't do, doesn't really matter. It's something to theme, okay? So there are holiday vendor events, there are holiday bazaars, there are holiday churches that are throwing them. And if you're in a new area, this is a great way, well, new or old, it doesn't really matter. This is a great way to build your business and get out there and meet people in your local area. And is vendor events, and especially there's 2 times a year where you can do this. It's basically spring, summertime, kind of like tail end of spring, beginning of summer, and then holidays. And that's the 2 times where events are prevalent. How do you find events? You go on Google and you type in vendor event in my area, type in the name of your street, or I mean your city. I live in Bothell, so I might type in vendor events in Bothell. So I would look on Google, I would go on Facebook, and I would type in vendor, I would type in holiday. I would use Bothell or Linwood or the cities that are around me when I'm looking. I would, so go on Facebook. I would go on Craigslist. I know we don't go on Craigslist that much anymore, but truthfully, people post stuff like this on Craigslist. So use the word holiday vendor, bazaar. You can even look up craft. Some of the craft places won't let us in, but some will. So, you know, if you can get in, get in. Let's see. What else? let's see. Let's see. So Facebook, Google. Oh, you can also go to like city, like Chamber of Commerce. So like you can go to, or city websites or Chamber of Commerce websites. Chamber of Commerce is like a local business kind of thing. So I would go to like maybe Linwood Chamber of Commerce or Bothell Chamber of Commerce, and then go into events. And then they have listings of everything that's in their area. And that is a great place that you can go to look up. There's lots of places if you just get kind of sleuthy about it and kind of like go on the hunt. There's lots of events and things. I wouldn't spend a fortune on it, especially if you're newer in the business, but you can get for $20, $30, $40, you can get a table where you can just set up a table. I usually do something fun. If you have any inventory at all, set up a table that's just a display. And if you just have a little small table area, I will put a sign on the front of a box and I'll throw a bunch of stuff in the box. Like let's say there was a buy one, get one free bowl set. I would piece out all the bowls and stick them in there. And I put a sticker on each one. I leave it in the plastic wrap. And I would say something like full price. Let's say that's a bowl. And we were talking about a set and the whole set was 50% off. So I'd be like full price, $29 or whatever the price is. And I'd like your price today, like $24. And I would put stickers on everything in there. And then I put a sign on the front of it that says like up to, bargain bin up to 70% off. Maybe there's things in there that are 70% off, but probably there's not. But it doesn't matter. People don't read the up to part. They just see the 70 and they just get excited and they dig in your bin. What it does is it brings people to right in front of your booth, right where you're at. And you just have some things in there. And I always tell people, oh my gosh, just so you know, in that bin, if you book a party with me, anything, you can pick an item out, any one item you want out of there, and you can get an extra 15% off the lowest mark price or 20% or whatever you want to give away. Honestly, if I have a That's a Bowl in there for $29 retail and I've got it set for $24 and I offer them another 20% off, but I got the thing at 50% off, I'm still making money. You see what's happening here? So I don't ever make it so that I'm losing any money. I always just have it so there's, maybe you got some stuff for free, your director's giving you things, Tupperware shipped you things. It's a great way to kind of offload some stuff, get a little bit of cash, but use the cash to book your business. So the thing with vendor events is that you want to make sure that your main focus with a vendor event is to book parties, any way that you can book parties. Because if all you do is go there to just sell stuff, you might as well just had a Tupperware party. It's a faster, easier, quicker way to make money, to be totally honest. But if you go there and book parties and you meet people and really connect with the other vendors, do your best to get there early or stay late and connect with the other vendors. Sometimes those vendor friends that you make are absolutely priceless. I have a great friend that sells Party Light and a great friend that sells Scentsy and a great friend that sells the scrapbooking stuff, Creative Memories. And I have a great friend that sells, and a lot of these people originally way back when I met at some kind of vendor event. And then what happens is if they go to an event or get invited to an event, and somebody says, hey, do you know a Tupperware person? They call you. So you end up hearing about more things. And you also, it's a great opportunity for a party swap. Have you ever done a party swap? Party swap it's one of my favorite things to do. I have booked so much business off of party swaps. And that is where I do a party for you, you do a party for me kind of thing. It works fantastically as long as you do it right. So here's the trick. The trick is to make sure that you always hold the Tupperware party first. And I don't ever say that out loud to that person. I just negotiate till I win. So let's say it's me and this Party Light girl, and she says, oh, let's have the Party Light party on November 22nd and the Tupperware party on December 3rd. And I go, oh, those dates don't work for me. But how about we have the Party Light party on December, and I just go back and forth and I say to her, basically, I offered the Tupperware party first and the Party Light party second. And I will go back and forth with her until I win, is really what I'll do. And in that scenario, I'm going to hold a party for her, meet her friends. She's going to hold a party for me and meet my friends. Now, here's where a party swap doesn't work. It doesn't work if this is your friend or your friend of a friend, because you already know most of her friends. You're not getting outside your circle. So that's where a lot of times you guys fail, is I hear, oh, well, I'm going to do it with my friend so-and-so. And I'm like, no. The point of a party swap is to not do it with your friend, is to do it with somebody you don't know, because you want to get into a whole room full of people that you've never met before, right? You want to hold the Tupperware party first, and here's why. She will work hard for you because she wants you to work hard for her. Do you understand that? So if you do her party first and she has no character, and we don't know what kind of character these people have. I know you have character, but I don't know if they do. And if you hold her party light party first and you have $1,000 party and she should have, obviously, she should be amazing and hold a great Tupperware party for you. But unfortunately, there's no guarantee that that's actually going to happen. But if you hold the Tupperware party first, then, and she doesn't work hard on it, and let's say you go to do the Tupperware party and there's one person there and she didn't work at all. Okay, you are not going to go work on her side of the screen. Do you understand what I'm saying? So in that scenario, you're not going to go throw a great party light party for her because she did not do it for you. So a party swap is a way, like I did an Usborne, way back in the day, I did an Usborne Kids book party and I did a Pampered Chef party. I would not recommend doing a Pampered Chef party now. Back in the day, I did that before we had cookware and stuff like that. And now we compete too much. So I would pick a different product because you don't want your customers, your friends buying Pampered Chef. You want to cookware, you want them to buy your cook. You know what I'm saying? There's too much competing stuff. But just using it as an example, I did one Pampered Chef party and one Usborne Kids book party because my kids were little at the time. And I can track back in 3 months over 30 parties and 4 new recruits off of that. I did like an org chart. It was amazing off of those 2 parties. Like that's huge, right? Now, the trick is you always have to book parties off of every party and you got to work hard at that. And I think that's something that as a team in general, we could work a little harder at is always booking parties off of parties. So make sure that no matter what party you hold, that your goal is to at least book 2 parties off of every party. Because here's why. Your business continues. My goal is always to book 2 to 5 parties off of every party I do. Because if I hold this party and I book 2 off of it and 1 flakes, my business still continues. If I book 5 parties off it, it's fantastic. My business is flourishing. It also gives me the freedom to recruit. Because if I'm booking parties off of this party and then I end up off of every party and I end up recruiting one of the hosts and giving her the bookings off of it, that's okay because my other parties have more parties. You see what I mean? This business is not a hard business until you have no parties in your date book and you have to go scrounging looking for them. And I'm not saying you can't obviously go fill your empty date book. You absolutely can, and I want you to. I'm just saying you make it harder. The easiest way to book a party is off a party. So if you already have a party, you've got a warm audience. That's where you should be booking the most parties. Somebody just asked, what's your favorite way to book parties off an event? My favorite way to book parties off an event. Personally, I love the little baby salt and pepper shakers. Little tiny ones we get every once in a while. If you don't have any, you can ask, and you want to do an event, you could ask your director for a set. She probably has some. Whenever they come out as a dating gift, I buy extra and I stash them away. And I stick them out on the table by wherever I'm checking people out. And they always come over and they want those things so bad, and I won't sell them for nothing. They say, oh, that's a fair special, or that's a event special. And they say, what's that mean? When you book a party with me, I will show up with a set of those at your party. And I had one guy tell me, he's like, I will buy all kinds of Tupperware. I will buy $300 worth of Tupperware. I just want you to sell those to me. And I'm like, I'm sorry, they're not for sale. And I kid you not. She's like, her husband's like, you don't understand. She always wins. I'm like, you don't understand. I always win. And by the time it was done, guess who booked a party? Mm-hmm. That's because she wanted the salt and pepper shakers, right? I'm just saying. There's other things you can do. You can play a form of a smidget game. You can play, you can have gift bags up that have a party date on it that says, at home parties, one of my favorite things to do is to put brown bags in the middle of the room with a date on it that's like a week out. And I shove them full of Tupperware and I staple the top and they look like they're exploding. And it doesn't really matter what's in them. They just need to rattle a little bit. So maybe a big bowl and snack cups or something. It doesn't really matter. And I throw them in the middle of the room and I don't talk about them. I just wait for somebody to ask because somebody is a nosy Parker and somebody will ask. And they say, okay, what are those bags for? And I go, oh my gosh, I'm so glad you asked. Those are my party bribery bags. When you book a party and you have your party on one of the dates of those bags, you get to take that bag home with you. Now, you can choose to tell them you'll bring the bag to the party. You can do all that. I choose to hand it to them right there because it's exciting and I don't want it to not be exciting. And I realize that I run the risk of somebody saying they're going to book a party, taking the bag and never holding the party. But in the hundreds of thousands of times that I did it, maybe that only ever happened once or twice. And you know what? They have to sleep at night with their loser ways. So whatever. I don't care. I don't care. So yeah, that is my favorite ways to book parties at events. And honestly, at events, when I'm talking at events to people too, one of my favorite things to say to people, because they kind of walk by and you got to say something to kind of engage them. And it's very different engaging people at an event versus at a party. It's just a different environment. So I'll usually say something like, oh my gosh, hi, when was the last time you saw Tupperware? And they go into a dissertation about it being orange or hideous or, whatever they say. I don't even care. And I go, so you haven't seen it for a while. You know what that means? That means you're still throwing away your produce. And they always stop and look at me like, what? And I go, yeah. So I go, oh my gosh, come here. I want to show you this cool new product, our Fridge Smart. And I bring them over to the Fridge Smart. And I do a little 30-second to 1 minute demo on the Fridge Smart and how it triples the life of your produce and blah, 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 and all that stuff. And that's when they get really excited. And then I'm like, you can certainly buy it from me today, but when you host a party, you're going to earn it for free or half price. And I would sure love to come to your house and help you earn it for free and half price. And that's usually when I get a lot of bookings. That's probably my easiest way to book parties is to demo the Fridge Smart, to be totally honest. But the random people that go in and walk in and point at my salt and pepper shakers, then of course I'm going to book those as well. Anything that's exclusive. They love keychains too. The keychains are a little bit, I don't know, they're the best at parties, but for whatever reason at events, I feel like the salt and pepper shakers do better. But, everybody's got a theory. My theory is just is what's good for me. I would say definitely do something, whatever it is you choose to do. Anyway, that's my 2 cents on events. It's a great time to be out looking for events. Here's the thing that I want to talk to you about November. November is really exciting. And I just have to tell you something super top secret. I'm not really going to tell you. I'm just going to tell you about it. But I just got off of a call this morning where they just launched to us all the stuff that's coming in December and January. And can I just tell you, OMG, you want to book as many parties as you can right now because you want to have the biggest month you can right now. Because remember, when you have a party now, you're going to get 2 to 3 bookings off of each party, right? So that you can fill, you don't want to have 1 or 2 parties in December and January. Let me tell you, you're going to lose your mind. I'm just so excited. Anyway, so yeah, it's a great time. All I have to say is it's a great time to be in Tupperware right now. That's all I have to say. The future is bright. Okay, it's exciting. So exciting. Okay, so moving on past events, even though I love events, but as you are building your team, you guys did a great job building your team this last month. I'm super proud of you. And we had 63 or 64, maybe 64, I think, new managers. I mean, that's some crazy kind of talk right there, you guys. I'm so proud of you. Our goal was 50. I know I owe you a drawing for the cookware. I was just waiting a little bit to make sure everybody was listed on there because I can't answer your questions, Marjorie. I'm not telling you about what's going on. Are you kidding me? It's top secret information. No, I'm really excited about all the stuff. It's just going to be exciting. That's all I have to say. It's just going to be exciting. So just book lots of parties, okay? Trust me on this one. I did just launch a challenge this morning, Just One More Party challenge. So go play in that challenge and get yourself some free stuff. Let's see. Oh, yeah. So as your new people come, make sure that I want to make sure that I realize you don't have to have them activated to step up. And I'm very, very thankful to Tupperware for that. However, I want to make sure that when you recruit them, you set a grand opening date. And so even if they don't have to be activated for you to step up, you've got a grand opening date set immediately and you get that party going and you get those people activated, because just selling kits is not what we do. Remember, that doesn't make anybody any money. We want to make sure we get everybody active. So that's a really huge piece of the puzzle. So make sure everybody's getting set up to be active. What are my 2 rules when you sign somebody up? They need a grand opening and a goal, right? It's okay if they're already hosting a party and you turn that into a grand opening. That's totally fine. But they need a grand opening and a goal. And if their goal is just to get activated, that's okay. But they still need a grand opening and a goal. So let's do that. Okay, let's see. What else do I want to tell you guys? So I want to have a little conversation about holiday shopping. Okay, you've got people out there that are holiday shopping. I posted, or I brought it to the top, but you can go into the little box and type in Secret Santa. There, we made it last year. There is okay, so here's the opportunity. There's a lot of women out there that want Tupperware, and they would be fine with getting it for Christmas, okay? There's a lot of husbands out there that don't know what to get their wives. or vice versa or whatever, right? So there's these awesome Secret Santa forms you can fill out. I would highly recommend. I wouldn't just blast post it because I feel like sending it in individual messages is way better. But sending it to an individual person and just saying, hey, I want to make sure you saw this. Do you want to fill this out for me? Every 10 of these that I get filled out, I'm going to do a drawing for a winner or something. You can say whatever you want to say. If you get a Secret Santa form filled out, I'm just going to tell you that I filled out a Secret Santa form. It's one of the reasons why I'm here, is that my mother-in-law, I wrote down my mother-in-law because she never knows what to get us and she begs us for lists, right? So I filled out a whole bunch of this stuff and then put my mother-in-law in there, and I got a big box of Tupperware. I was so tickled one year. So what a Secret Santa is let's say I'm Kirsten and I want some Tupperware and I fill out this form and then I write up in the top a name and phone number of husbands, mother-in-laws, family members, whoever has me for Christmas, whatever, so that you take that as the consultant and you go you would call my mother-in-law or message my mother-in-law and say, hey, I have a Secret Santa form filled out from Kirsten Jones of things that she might like. She listed you as a person who might want this information. Would you like this information? My mother-in-law would get very excited and say, yes, please, because she loves that kind of thing. And she'd want the list so that she could go buy things off of our, list that we wanted. That's like makes her super, super happy. So I would highly, highly recommend, and I explain how to do it, and there's a little video attached to my post, but I highly recommend you take advantage, especially if you have past customers. It's a great opportunity for huge incremental sales, right? You could even say, hey, if I get 10 of them out, I'll put them all in as a party and I'll give away some extra free stuff. You can do whatever you want to do, but it's huge. I also just want to clarify, as we get closer to the holidays, you guys all know that when you start going to the mall, it gets open later and later and later, right? Opens earlier, stays open later. That's what malls do. Why is that, do you suppose? Because they want you to shop. Their stores are open. So as we go into the holidays, remember, people are up early and staying late shopping because stores are open. Make sure your store is open. Make sure you're communicating. Make sure you're getting out there and getting scrappy. Make sure you're getting out anywhere you can possibly kind of come up with ways to get around, even if you're getting around the social media policy, which, by the way, you can totally do it. You can't post pictures of product, and you can't post the word Tupperware, and you can't say the word Tupperware, and you can't post pictures of product, but you can say things that are around the word, and I'm happy to brainstorm with you if you need me to, but that allow people to ask questions like, hey, I have a revolutionary product that I'm not allowed to say the word on here on social media, but I've got this super secret Santa post and I was wondering if anybody wants. You can say things that make people comment and ask questions, and you can direct message them. So you can use social media to help yourself. You just have to do it, super stealth. Okay. So just make sure that your store is open, because I know Macy's is open, and I know Nordstrom's is open, and I know Buckle is open, and I know all my favorite stores are open because they are sending me emails to shop. And digitally, it takes 60 touches to get a sale, just so you know. That's a stat. So one email and somebody doesn't respond, one message and somebody doesn't respond. I'm not saying hound them and become a stalker. Let's be clear. Please don't be a stalker. You give us all a bad name. But no, when somebody says, if you ask somebody for a party right now and they say no thanks, ask the question, is that no, not now, or no, not ever? You don't know if they can't have a party right now because they're remodeling their house, or they can't have a party right now because their in-laws are in town for a week, and they can't think of, you don't know. A lot of times, probably 80% of the time, they're going to say, oh, it's just no, not now. I'll have one later. Oh gosh, that's awesome. When can I check back with you? So remember not to take no as a forever thing unless they tell you, I can't stand you, walk away from me, get away from me with thy Tupperware. Probably they're not saying that because they're already your Tupperware customer. So they probably already bought from you. So they're probably not going to say, get away from me, Satan Tupperware. No, just kidding. Okay. So couple questions. I had some people ask me this week about Party Plus. It must still be listed in our system, kind of an old promo. So I'm just going to explain what it is really quick. Party Plus is a way to it's basically a way to access Zoom with your membership. And and reason for Party Plus creating it was what they wanted us to do, Tupperware wanted us to do, was to go to home parties and use Zoom at the home party. So have somebody at the home party. So let's say I'm doing a Tupperware party and I'm live and I'm in front of everybody. You'd have somebody, either you have your phone or your tablet or something, or your laptop either pointed at me or somebody holding it or whatever. And we would invite people to join live during the party that weren't able to be there. That's what Party Plus is, basically. Does that make sense? Nothing wrong with it. It's a little tricky and it never really went anywhere, but we ended up taking Zoom and running meetings like this with it. And so we ended up falling in love with Zoom and just using it differently. So there's nothing wrong with Party Plus. It's just, it was a little bit hard to manage. I think it is a really good idea to have people join your party if you have a home party and you can get people live. Probably what you're going to do, here's something you can do that's probably in some ways more effective, and that is when you go to do a demo of a certain product, ask everybody to pull out their phones and to go live, to friend you first, and the host, to go live on their personal page, tagging you because you're the consultant and tagging the host while you do a 5 to 10 minute demo. What happens is if you have 10 people at your party standing in front of you holding their phones up while you can't have them do it the whole party, that's too much. But just like when we do a cooking demo at the studio and everybody holds their phones up and goes live and you guys see it blasted everywhere, it's because let's say Steph Matkin is at my party, let's just say, and she's holding her phone up and Steph has 500 friends on Facebook. So she's filming, let's just say she's not really a director in this scenario. We're just going to pretend she's a customer, but she's at my party and she has 500 friends on Facebook and I have her, she tags me as the consultant and she tags the host and she's going live on her personal page. 500 of her friends have the opportunity now to see Tupperware and I'm tagged so they know how to get to me. You see what I'm saying in that scenario? That's just one person at my party. If you have 10 people doing that, you went from showing Tupperware to 10 people to potentially showing Tupperware to 10,000, to be honest, like in 10 minutes. Isn't that kind of crazy? Like, I don't think you guys always realize that you can use this social media little thing we've got to just literally blow it up. You just have to do the right things. Little things like that are huge. And you can say, oh my gosh, hi everybody. Everybody's going live. I'm going to do a demo for you. This is Kirsten with Tupperware. She's tagged me on this. So, if you're not my friend, definitely friend me. I love to talk about Tupperware and I'd love to party with you too. But here's what we're doing today. I'm showing you my favorite Power Chef or whatever you're showing them. It doesn't really matter. And just do a 10-minute demo for them or whatever, 5-minute demo. Because they're going to go live with Facebook, it's going to push notifications to all her friends. And if she has 500 friends, even if she has 100 friends, that's 100 people that are not sitting in that room that you now have access to. Maybe none of them contact you. Maybe only one contacts you. That's still one person that wasn't sitting in that room that contacted you, right? It's huge. Huge, huge, huge. Okay. Second, there has been some trouble in Trouble Land with some people having some trouble with Facebook jail. I don't have an answer to all your problems, sorry. I'd love to tell you I do, but I do not. I think that we're learning, and I ask lots of questions. So everybody that has problems and then fixes problems, I ask lots of questions. I can tell you some of the learnings, but I'm also going to say a couple things that I think isn't necessarily a bad idea. There is a product called MeWe. It's not the end all. It's kind of a mimic of Facebook. But what is nice about it is that because it mimics Facebook, you can kind of back up your world with it, if that makes sense. Not a bad idea to create an account on MeWe. Do you see what I'm saying? Because if you ever need to and you have a problem with Facebook, it gives you access to another tool that you're not then setting up with no access. And so if you are pasting something on here and you're also pasting on MeWe, you all of a sudden have access to it over here. Do you see what I'm saying with that? I just think it's not a bad idea. Those of you with director teams, I think it's not a bad idea to create even if it's not active in that you're not really talking to people on there, you're just mimicking what you're doing, you're basically creating a backup. So if something was to happen, everybody could access it over there if you need to. So some ways to avoid jail is what the Facebook algorithms are looking for is spam, because there's a lot of it out there. And I'm thankful that they look for spam, to be totally honest, because I hate spam. However, we trigger spam things when we post too much too fast. We trigger we trigger their algorithms when we set third-party posting things like send, share, and post my party and whatever to set at certain times with repetitive images. So ways you can help yourself is maybe to be the person posting. I realize that's more work, but that's an option. To use Facebook Scheduler that's built into Facebook, so Facebook knows what you're getting ready to do. It doesn't, it's more work, but the people that are doing those things are not having as many problems. There's chatter on groups versus events, and people have opinions on it, and I have yet to hear one that I think is accurate. I'm sorry, I love you, but some people say once they switched to groups, they had no problems. Some people say once they switched to events, they had no problems. So I'm not sure that either one of those is the answer, to be totally honest. However, Facebook Scheduler is a great way to use Facebook to, anyway. What else was I going to tell you about that? Make sure to read their community guidelines, and make sure you name, if you have if you're a director above and you name your team page, name it within the community guidelines. Also your VIP page, make sure you name it within the community guidelines. If you don't, that also can trigger Facebook evilness. Take pictures, even the ones that we've done with Rock On. Make a watermark. If you don't know how to do it, Google it. Make a watermark that has your name, or like a stamp, your name, your phone number. You can make it like a circle. You can make it kind of pretty fun. And put it on your pictures that you post, and make your picture original. So if you put your watermark, plus nobody can steal it. They're not going to want to steal it if it's got your phone number and your website on it, right? Make a watermark and take a Rock On picture and put a watermark on it. And that becomes an original picture, right? Save it as a different name, and now save it as a different name, change it, and then post it. Now it's all of a sudden your picture. Anyway, these are just some things, tips and tricks, as far as if you don't know how to do a watermark, Google it. How do I make watermarks? And you can find instructions on how to do that. But it's a great way. You can have pictures with no background. So when you post it, it doesn't have a white square behind it. It's a transparent background. But those are just some tips and tricks and things that you can do. I don't have all the answers by, one of the girls just said Watermarkly will batch watermark for you on your computer. So, I mean, I'm just saying there are different things you can do to help your case. That's all I guess I'm saying. Moving past Facebook, now we'll go on past that. I don't want to stay on that forever. I just want to talk about it real quickly. And I know you guys are wondering if I'm going to do drawings. I am going to do drawings, but I'm not going to do them while we're doing this meeting. I'm going to post an AHA post afterwards, and I will do drawings there because it's easier for me. Let's talk about magic. Let's talk about team and magic. Rock On has created magic. And if you haven't experienced that yet, well, I'm sure you have. That's the thing. Rock On has created absolute magic. And we have created director teams that are pieces of the magic. And what makes it magical is that we are one. We are Rock On. And that we do things together, and we share, and we love, and we're better together, and we're all of these things. And when we win together, we all win. That's how this works. So it's really important to me that that we, as we get bigger and we branch out in different directions, that we make sure that nobody is running rogue and doing crazy stuff, that you remember to come back to Rock On is definitely if you separate yourself from Rock On, you separate yourself from the magic that we have created. So just be cognizant of being a team player and helping people that may never be able to help you back. Because here's the thing, it's called paying it forward. When you help somebody, maybe that person can never help you back, but you may have somebody on your team someday that their personality meshes better with somebody else, and they ask somebody else for help, and that person helps them, and it can never help them, but they've helped you. It's like It's the principle of giving. I have built a business on giving. It matters to me that we give. I'm always about paying it forward, knowing that this particular scenario may never get anything for me, but it always comes back tenfold. It's the it's just the way life should be. It just really is. So remember, when you're looking at things, to remember that we are a team and that we help each other and that we love each other, and that but what you focus on is what you will get out of your business. So if you focus on negative, you'll get negative out of your business. If you focus on positive and helping and loving, that's what you're going to get out of your business as well. So, and I know you guys all know that, but sometimes in the chaos, people get a little confused or a little, in their head, or a little like, this is my thing, or this is and why does she get this and what? Just remember that it doesn't matter what somebody else gets. It only matters how you're building your business and what you're doing and how wonderful you are. And comparison is the thief of joy. When you compare yourself to others, and I mean that, and it's fun to try to be number one and all that, and that's all totally fine. I don't mean it like that. I just mean focus on you and focus how wonderful this business is for you and what it has done for you and how you can love and help others. And I promise you, promise, it will come back to you tenfold. That's all I want to say about it. I'm not trying to point at any fingers at anybody or do anything. I just want to, it matters to me that you know that you're loved. And I know I have never felt any way other than that for every single one of you. And it matters to me that you feel that way for each other, because that's how we continue on, and we continue strong, and we keep the magic, and we stay amazing. And the future is so bright. I'm telling you, I have upcoming information that's like going to explode out of my head. I'm so excited. The future is so bright. So just be happy, be excited, be happy for everybody around you. Love everybody. It's what we do. Okay. So there's that. Negative just isn't in my vocabulary. It's just not going to happen. Okay. What is elite status? So if you've heard I love you too. Mwah, mwah. If you've heard your director talk about elite status, this is pretty cool. And I would love for every single director to hit this status. Elite status is, for a brand new director, it's 500,000 team sales, okay, in a year. And then once you hit that, then it's growth and whatever. And there's different levels of elite status. And so there's bronze elite and gold elite and all these different levels. And it's a very prestigious place to be. I want every single director to be at elite status, because I think Rock On is amazing. I believe in every single one of you on every single team. I want the world for all of you. We have big Tupperware trips that we get to go on this year. We're working on. Last year I went to Peru. The year before we went to Belgium. The year before that we went to Alaska. The year before, or maybe it was Greece, then Alaska. I can't remember. Anyway, lots of fun trips. This year we're working on a trip to Banff, Canada. And all of the elite, the people that earn elite, it's an elite trip. So it's the best of the best. And I think every single person at Rock On is the best of the best. And I feel so strongly about that. I want to prove that to the world. It's my favorite thing to prove to the world. Anyway, if you hear your director talk about elite status, like, support that, like, ask, how can I participate? Like, what do we need? Like, let's do this together, because it is amazing. And I want every single director team. And when you shoot for elite status and you shoot to help your director, you're going to end up popping out as a director, which is super exciting. And you're going to create your own director team and have elite status. We created 5 new directors last month. You know how exciting that is for me? I love that. It's so exciting, because it's just 5 new opportunities to change somebody's world. I love it. I love that we created 64 new managers last month, and it's 64 new opportunities to change the life of a person, but also change the life of an entire family. And that is so exciting to me. And then last but not least, on my agenda, and I'll let you guys all open it up for some questions. I had somebody asking about silicone products, and they were a little confused or how to sell them or whatever. I'm not really sure what you want me to tell you. Silicone's out there. It's everywhere. Yes, shout out to Barbara Rossi. She's one of our new directors. Absolutely. We had 5 new directors. So exciting. So silicone products are made for the oven. They're all wobbly and crazy. And they, you know what, our oven works is really nice for the lids of our like lasagna pan hold a lot of the silicone products really well so that they are firm but not wobbly. What's cool about them is that like muffin pan, you can like push the bottom and shoot the muffin out, which doesn't sound, yes, Christy Latimer is a new director. Very exciting. We have all these exciting directors. It's a very, it's like if you've ever made muffins, they're a pain in the butt to get out of tins and not scratch things, whatever. And you can't scratch silicone. You can cut through it, but you can't scratch it. And you can just shoot muffins out. So one of my favorite things to make is, I know I'm all stuck on shooting muffins out. I don't know why, but you can make cinnamon vanilla pull apart bread. Do you want the recipe? Are you ready? Okay, so this is the easy version of it, okay? You buy those fat cans, like not skinny cans, but fat cans, Pillsbury Grands, okay? You buy them at the store. Pillsbury Grands, they're biscuits, Pillsbury Grands biscuits. And don't get ones that are flavored. You're gonna mess up this whole thing, right? You're imagining flying muffins. Okay, well, imagine with me. No, just kidding. So it's the kind of thing where you pull the thing and the can pops and explodes and it's kind of fun. Anyway, you pull up the Pillsbury Grands, take the muffin I'm stuck on muffins. The biscuits, pull them out, like stand them up. So they'll stand up like they were in the can still, but they're out of the can. And you take a knife and you cut down so that basically you cut them in quarters. So you end up with a whole bunch. And then you take those and pull them apart and throw them into a silicone dish of some sort, whichever one you want. I mean, not muffins, but like one of the round ones is fine. And then it takes a half a cube of butter. You melt that in our little melty thing. Oh gosh, why can't I not think of it? I've lost my mind. Whatever it is, the pour butter. Thank you. The micro pitcher. Yes, that's it. I clearly need more coffee this morning. The micro pitcher, half a cube of butter, melt it. Melt it for like 45 seconds or something, probably 30 seconds, and depending on how crazy your microwave is. And then you pour it over top of these biscuit pieces that you've spread out in the container. And then you mix a half a cup of sugar and a half a tablespoon of cinnamon vanilla seasoning. It's the cinnamon vanilla seasoning that we used to use, but you can't get it anymore. But we have it somewhere. Somebody posted all the recipes on how to make those spices. You can just use cinnamon, but it's not as good. You need the vanilla, and don't use vanilla extract because that's not as good. You have to make this the way that it is. Okay, it's important you do it right. I mean, you can make it the other way, but like, listen, why do it halfway when you can do it the best? So you mix the sugar with the cinnamon vanilla seasoning, and then you sprinkle that all over and just kind of toss the cinnamon vanilla pull apart. It makes the cinnamon vanilla pull apart. So you just stick them in the oven for 400 degrees at, I think, 20 minutes or so. And then what I do is I turn it off at 20. Is it brown sugar? No, it's just regular sugar. How many sticks of butter equal a cube of butter? A stick is a cube. Yeah. Anyway, you bake them, and then I turn the oven off and let it sit in there with the oven like cooling down. You didn't get that about. So you guys never heard a cube of butter, a stick of butter? You guys are killing me right now. A cube of butter, a stick of butter. It's the same thing. Like, you're killing me. I also call soda Coke, pop as well. So those of you on the other side of the world, it's called pop here. It's not soda, pop. And it's not called Coca-Cola unless you're drinking a Coca-Cola, okay? I'm just saying. People go, what kind of Coke do you want? Coke is Coke. If you want Sprite, you ask for Sprite. Come on, people, you're killing me. Anyway. And tea should not be sweet by default. Anyway. So back to the recipe. You bake it. I turn the oven off and let it cool down and then let it kind of just set. And then you just pop these things out. They come out like they are literally to die for. Like they're so good. And then when it's done, it's usually a night. I'm killing the South. Yeah. I should not be reading the chat. You guys are totally killing my squirrel brain right now. When you go to clean it out, you can just like let it harden and pop it out, and it cleans so easy. Because normally you'd be like trying to get that sugary, awful mess up. It just pops out. And if you're my mother-in-law, you pop it out and just eat it like peanut brittle. Anyway, yes, there should be unsweet tea. There absolutely should be unsweet tea. Here's why. You guys make it so sweet, it makes me want to vomit. So it should be unsweet tea, so I can only add as much sugar as I want so that it's not gross. Okay, anyway. Okay, so back to something important. That's what silicone is. I'm really not doing a very good job of telling you about silicone, am I? Sorry. But you're going to sell lots of Tupperware this month. So that's all that matters, right? Okay. Does anybody have any questions? That's really the topics I wanted to cover, which were totally random, I realize, but that's just how my brain is today. So that's what you get out of me. You missed which form to use for that recipe. One of the silicone round forms, like I think there's like a kind of like a, not pie, but kind of a round one. I don't know. I could grab a catalog, I suppose, and tell you. I don't know. Let's see. Let me look. Yeah, I would use the number C on page 33. Silicone round form. That's the one I would use if I was making it right this moment. Okay. Person is my team, not on reports. I have no idea. I did have to pull one of the parts manually, so there's a chance I could have missed something. I was doing it really too early this morning. So if I missed something, my apologies. It doesn't mean I don't love you. It just means that I missed it. Whenever I have to pull something manually, I have to dig through reports and look through. Anyway, some stuff doesn't run. Our reporting system kind of sucks. That's all. Anyway, so my apologies if I missed you, Nikki. I'm sorry. It was not intentional. Okay, questions. Ask me a question. Not about soda pop. Killing me right now. What can I tell you? What burning questions do you have? Anybody have any burning questions? Are you done with me for the day? Fall Fest is coming up. It is the 16th of November. Be there, be square. It's going to be live, obviously, on Zoom the whole time. And of course, in person, I know there's people that are, I love you too. Any word on DSS? No. Well, yes and no. Why can't you say Tupperware in public posts? You can say Tupperware in public posts. You just can't say Tupperware in buy-sell trade groups because it's against the social media policy. There are people that are flying in for Fall Fest, so you're probably going to see some of your directors and fun friends on, because I tend to throw them in front of the screen when they fly in because I can. I'm so squirreling. Yes, I am. Quit talking to me. No, just kidding. DSS. So originally they were going to redo DSS, and those of you who don't know what DSS is, it stands for Director something Summit, maybe Success. It's for new directors, whatever. Anyway, you guys are talking so fast that I can't keep up with you. Director, they were going to redo Director Success Seminar or whatever it is, and they're now not going to redo it and go to the original plan for now. And so there is going to be one, but they haven't announced the date yet. That's coming. Oh, if you're worried about the pass, go online into Alaska Airlines and see if they're running a cheap flight and just hop a little flight over. There you go. What else do you want to tell me? I believe you can fly from Spokane to Everett now, the new Payne Field, which will get you really close to here. And I think when they have new flights, you can usually go on Alaska Airlines. Keep an eye on it. They are running big specials for super cheap. Just fly over. Who needs to drive anyway? Have somebody pick you up. Okay. Vanilla. Where do you find vanilla? Seriously? You're killing me right now. Vanilla bean. You can grade it. Okay. Let's see. These questions are. What's the best way to coach someone on how to recruit a step up to manager? So Oh, the questions are coming so fast. You're making my squirrel brain just kill. Okay. What's the way to make somebody, to coach somebody step up to manager? The answer to stepping up to manager or stepping up to anything, the answer is parties. If you don't have enough parties, you're not going to get anywhere. So if you're trying to coach somebody to step up to manager, first, you got to make sure they have enough parties. Then challenge them to convert. How I would do is then I would challenge them to convert. If you have enough parties and you know they're going to have enough sales, then convert hosts to brand new team members. Hosts are your best recruits. Honestly, they're the easiest recruits. And if you can, because they already love Tupperware, they love getting stuff for free, they love a good deal, they see value in stuff like that. I mean, they make the best new consultants. Are husbands and wives invited to DSS? No. Unfortunately, whoever is the recruit is the one that's invited to DSS. So, sorry about that. Let's see what else. So yeah, the answer to anything is parties. Actually, the answer to everything is more. More parties, more people, more everything is best. Is there, we'll see, did I miss some questions? They're flying by so fast I can hardly keep up. Who earned the Spring Fest? I know. I have to go through, okay, so who earned the Spring Fest Director After Party? So I have to go through, and I'm in the middle of working on that one. That one's kind of a pain in my booty, so I'm sorry about that. But I can't just run a report because I said that any sales, if you have recruits, any sales after over 300 got to count out of your 4,000. So for new recruits that month. And so I have to go back and do, it's not an easy report to do it. So I got to go on and manually go through everybody. So yes, you're welcome. That's going to take me forever. But I do these challenges and then I kill myself with them. But I didn't want to penalize anybody for recruiting and helping new recruits get started. So you had to have at least one new recruit last month, and at least one new recruit had to have at least 300 in sales, but I said you could count sales after that. So there's some that I think qualified that didn't have 4,000 in sales, but had the sales in new recruits past the 300. So my apologies that I started working on it, but I have not finished. New kit ship out quickly. You usually have new kit. They go 2-day air, but they don't ship out the day you sign up. So usually have it about a week or so. It's not too bad usually. Fire tablet. I don't know about fire tablets, but let's see. Oh no, a lot of talk about tea on here. Let's see. Anybody else have any questions, or are you done with me? It was fun seeing you guys all today. So Fall Fest is the 16th. If you're coming in person and you have not registered, I could probably still squeeze you in today. So make sure you get that handled. Nothing else you guys want to know? I'm here. I can answer questions for probably another 15 minutes if you want to just ask me. Oh, hotel block. Yeah, so about that. I'm working with, so there's 2 hotels that work. Jacket and, oh, my squirrel brain is alive. You guys gotta let me do one at a time. I think that the jackets and sweatshirts, I think they listed men's sizes and women's sizes. The hotel block, there's 2 hotels that are near the studio that would work. There is a Courtyard by Marriott in Linwood. I just went and looked, and you can get that hotel for $99 a night. You might even be able to get it if you're a Bonvoy member for $89 a night prepaid. It's the Courtyard by Marriott in Linwood. That one works just fine. That one has, it does not have breakfast included, but it does have a barista and a little breakfast area, so you can buy breakfast for, I think, $8 or $9 or something. It's very cheap, and it has some food at dinner time. It's not really a full restaurant, but the Courtyards have these kind of little bistros. I actually kind of like it. There's also a Hampton Inn & Suites that's up the road in Linwood as well. That's what I was trying to get the block with, because they have free breakfast, and so I was trying to find that for you guys. She's offering that she'll do a block for $139 a night, but I went online and I could get that rate for $119 a night. So I'm negotiating with her, trying to get her to bring it down, but I haven't heard back from her. So truthfully, right now, you can get the rate, if you're going to the Hampton, you can get the rate cheaper than a block I could get at the moment. So I was unimpressed with her block rate. But those are the 2 hotels I would recommend. There is a Best Western literally across the street from the studio if you want to stay in a Best Western. Best Westerns are not my fave personally. So I think it's probably a cheap rate, but it's a lesser hotel. So that's your choice if you want to stay there. But you can literally walk across the street to the studio from the Best Western in Linwood. There's honestly quite a few. There's a Holiday Inn Express up the road. There's quite a few hotels. I'm a Marriott Hilton girl, and those ones. The Hampton Inn and Suites is a Hilton property, and it has a free breakfast, a big buffet breakfast. And I think they have a hot tub that stays open later. I think that was some of the girls wanted to be in the hot tub. And it's been recently remodeled. Both the Courtyard by Marriott and the Hampton have both been recently remodeled. So they're a good price, and they're both nice hotels, and they're both probably like a 2-minute drive or something. They're super close. So those would be the two that I would recommend. I haven't set up the block because I haven't got the information I want. So would love to have you here. So if you are far away and want to come visit us, you are always welcome, because I love to have you. I would love to have all of you. I'd love to make it a party. I am still the challenge for the Springfest Director After Party. Remember, you have to be a director to earn it, but you can earn it and step up to director during the time frame and get to go. You earn attendance by hitting just any one of the months that are October, November, and December. There is different prizes each month, including attendance. And then if you do all three, there is a, hold on, I think my computer froze for a second there, sorry. If you do all 3 months, there's a consistency bonus. And there's some big bonuses for hitting it in November. So December. You want to stack your calendar for December. Because, well, there's many reasons why you want to stack your calendar for December. Some of the things that I saw, it's so exciting. But I would love to see all of you there. And it's a Springfest. I'm going to take off with those that earn it, and we're going to go do some fun stuff. So it's very exciting. If you're not a director and that sounds like fun, step up your game. Let's do it. Let's get there. Okay, anything else you guys want to know? Anything? Are you guys good? Yes, no, maybe? Do you have to earn all 3 months to get invited? No. You have to earn at least 1 month to get to go. So you either have to hit in October, November, or December to get to go. After that, there is, you can earn that I pay for more things each month, basically. But no, you can absolutely, just by hitting at least 1 month, you have the ability to go. If you don't hit it for any of the 3 months and you're a director, can you come? No. Unfortunately, this is an earned event, and I want you guys to tear it up this fall, and this is part of what a challenge is all about, right? So I would love to have all of you. I'd love to have those of you that are working hard on stepping up to director. Step up, earn it, come play with me. It's going to be a small grouping of people, so that's always when I love big groups and small groups, to be clear. But if you want to spend some time with me and sit around and chat and build your business and have fun and do whatever else, these are the kind of trips you don't want to miss, because that's when you're going to get me in small increments. There's probably going to be between 20 and 40 people there, so it's going to be a smaller grouping. Do I know everything that we're going to do yet? No. I have to wait and see how many people earn it so that I know and then how many people are coming, so that I know yet what is going to happen. Do I know yet the dates to submit for Christmas? No, I do not. I'm sorry. They have not told me yet. Do we have anything going on Friday before Fall Fest? At this very moment, I'm not sure. Anything else? Anyone? Black Friday deals. They usually do Black Friday deals every year. They have not told us what they're going to do, but they usually do. Sometimes they offer discounted or free shipping. I don't know that they're going to, but I would sure love to hear it. Usually there's Black Friday deals and Cyber Monday deals. So I'm down with all of it. Let's just say the last few years it's been like if they spend like $99 in retail, they get free shipping or something. So yeah, it's not a bad idea to have parties running through all that, to be totally honest. And can I just say something too? Let me just talk to, I know that there's a lot of people that get nervous about booking things during the holiday or bothering people during the holiday. Let's just call a spade a spade. What are you all doing on Thanksgiving? Because I know what I'm doing. I eat too much food. That lasts about an hour. And then I'm sitting on my sister-in-law's couch, mildly bored, flipping through my phone, going, I mean, you love your family, but it's, you're not necessarily engaged 24/7 in family talk or even necessarily want to be. And that's what I'm saying. See, that's what Sarah's exactly it. She's usually on her phone avoiding her husband's family. I love my family, but I don't necessarily love being stuck in places for 4 or 5 hours, and yet I am. So think about this for just a second. let's not discount the whole, like, I'm not going to run a party through Thanksgiving or through Christmas. You might be really screwing with yourself there in that scenario. Maybe the best time to be running parties is through Thanksgiving and Christmas. Think about how many females that you know that are sitting on a couch stuck. You know what I'm saying? Stuck. And would love to be shopping on their phone, interacting, having fun. Because I can tell you, I could check out and be on my phone in the corner happily. so, so I just don't just not book things because you like, oh, it's, you know, holiday time, people are going to be busy. They might love to be busy with you. I'm just saying. So I personally, I remember Janelle's very first Facebook party ever. She ran, it was either through Thanksgiving or through Christmas. You can ask her. I can't remember which one it was, and it was like a huge party. Her very first one, she tried it for the very first time. So, I was recruited during Christmas, Barbara says, because I needed a relaxing distraction and she got invited. See, this is what I'm saying. I think we do ourselves a disservice by checking out at Christmas and going, oh, I'm not going to work. Are you kidding? Or people are done Christmas shopping. Right, they are done Christmas shopping. Now they're just shopping. I'm just saying, like people love to be on their phones and be distracted and be doing whatever. And yeah, they're not Christmas shopping anymore. They're just buying crap. They're just like, that's what we're all doing. Let's just call a spade a spade. I'm just saying, it's a fact. And anyway, so wording to get them to understand it isn't for kids would be great. What is it for kids? I don't understand the question. There are Tupperware gift cards. Don't use them until they change them. Because right now, if somebody buys a Tupperware gift card from you, you don't get any sales credit. The person who spends, you get this. The sales credit is given when the money gets spent. So, but they could go to anybody's website. You could give that gift card to Joe Blow, and Joe Blow could just go on to Tupperware.com, and the sales credit gets spent there. Do you see what I'm saying? So if you want to offer your own gift cards that aren't like real, like that are paper, and then somebody has to like message you with their order or whatever, that's fine. But I would not use the Tupperware ones because the sales credit is given in the wrong part of the transaction. Until they fix that, I would not. So I did sell to a realtor one year. She had 8 people that bought houses, and I made gift certificates. She gave me $800, and each one I made a hand-printed $100 gift card, and they had to contact me, and I sent their a catalog and a flyer with each one, and each one was for her to, you know, was here's a $100 gift card from this lady Alicia, and I had the $800. The already paid me the $800, so when these people called to place the order, I already had the 100 that they had on their gift card, and then nobody ever spends 100 on the mark, so you know, they spent 150, 175, and they just paid me the difference. It was great. So, I mean, here's the thing about Tupperware. I would definitely talk to realtors because they're always giving gifts. They give a gift when they give referral gifts, and they give gifts when people buy houses. And if you give a gift certificate as a real estate agent, it's a very nice gift. You go eat dinner, and then it's gone. You give them a gift certificate to Tupperware, they put it in their cupboard, they buy modular mates or whatever, and every time they open it, they'd be like, oh, I got this because my realtor gave those to me. And here's the thing about realtors. They need you to remember them because you may not buy another house for 4 years, or you may not have a friend that needs to buy a house for 2 years. But when you do, you need them to remember you. So anytime you can put something a gift that somebody gets that lasts and you always remember them. Like I remember I had 500 people at my wedding, and one person gave me Tupperware, and it was my high school principal's wife, Mrs. Conley. And I remember what she gave me. I couldn't tell you what anybody else of those 500 people gave me, but I remember that. Isn't that random? I wasn't selling Tupperware then. I was 20, right? I'm just saying I had that Tupperware for forever. It was probably 15, 20 years later before I finally just got rid of it because I didn't need it anymore. But what I mean is that Tupperware is a great gift, and it's a great gift for realtors. I have one other thing to tell you guys. Yeah, you can do layaway things. You can do all kinds. I mean, listen, this is your business. Don't let anybody tell you can't. What was it? It was a big salad bowl with 4 small salad bowls and a lid. It was an old one. Okay, so one more thing I want to tell you guys. I'm going to apologize before I say this in case it hurts somebody's feelings, but I don't think it will. But Just know that I'm saying this with all the love in my heart. So it's not a judgmental comment. It's just a fact. Okay. So if you are Jehovah's Witness, and I say this, this is not anything against your religion, but Jehovah's Witnesses do not celebrate holidays. Okay. That's a fact. They don't. I had one of my best fall holiday seasons ever one year when I went out I asked for referrals. Does anybody know somebody that's a Jehovah's Witness? And I found somebody who knew a friend or whatever, and I got somebody to book a party for me. Here's why it was fantastic to party with them through the holidays. They don't care when the Tupperware arrives. They'll party with you on December 22nd because it doesn't matter to them that it's December. If you're doing home parties, I went and had a home party. It was a $1,000 party on December 22nd with a whole bunch of Jehovah's Witnesses. They were fantastic. It was a super fun party because whereas in a home that doesn't celebrate that or doesn't worship that way, they are getting ready for Christmas and they're busy doing things 2 to 3 days before, and I couldn't get them to hold a Tupperware party, a home party. You can do Facebook parties, but a home party. So I did between December 15th and December 25th, I did like 6 parties with Jehovah's Witnesses during that time frame when I would have never done this. I mean, it was probably an extra $2,000 or $3,000 in sales in December. It was huge. So I'm saying if you know somebody or know somebody that might know somebody, that's a great way to book a party during a time frame. Like if you want to try home parties during a time frame when maybe home parties are harder to get. Facebook parties are really easy to get, but home parties are a little bit harder to get during that time frame. What percentage of my personal parties are home parties versus home parties? I'm a home party girl. So have I done Facebook parties? Yeah, I have. I've done probably a dozen of them. That's about it because I wanted to understand it and know it. But truthfully, I'm a home party girl. I like to look at your face. I want to have a glass of wine with you, and I want to enjoy the evening, and I want to sell you Tupperware. That's just what I do. I don't know what that question is. I love home parties, but everything that I do in a home party can be translated into a Facebook party. And that's what I found when I did the Facebook parties is that I just made them home party. Truthfully, if I was doing Facebook parties right now, I would go online and I would probably go live and I would just do a demo in the middle of the Facebook party and the party would be almost 100% live. I wouldn't get kicked off of Facebook because I would be following the rules. I wouldn't be doing massive posts. I would be just going live and doing a demo. And I would demo all the things I wanted, and then I'd say, maybe I'd play 1 or 2 games. I might even play the games online live. I don't know. But truthfully, I probably would never get kicked off because I would fall into I wouldn't be massively posting. I wouldn't be always scheduling. I would just go live, even if it was from my kitchen counter. But that's what I would do. And even if your home parties last a week, you can go live in the middle of the party. I mean, honestly. But that's just my take on it, but I'm a home party girl. I think that I can get you so excited about this tumbler and why you need this tumbler because this is the best tumbler ever. It's insulated. If you take this straw out, it doesn't drip and spill everywhere. It doesn't sweat. So when you drink out of a cold water bottle and the outside gets all sweaty and there's dripping water everywhere and then you've got it like dripping down your shirt and you look like you can't like drink without like anyway. I won't say the rest of what was in my mind, but this is my favorite tumbler ever, and I can get this into almost. I have to shove it kind of hard sometimes, but I can get it into almost every cup holder. Yeah, you're laughing at me, Kim. I know you are because you knew what was in my mind was coming out. Anyway, this is my favorite tumbler ever. I probably have 6 of these. I fill them up with ice and then I fill them with water, and the only thing that's annoying about these tumblers is my kids have determined that my water is the best ever because it's always cold because I fill it up with ice and the ice lasts forever in here. So it's sitting around I've got one with me almost all the time. And so I turn around and they're empty because my kids sneak up and drink them because they say your water's better. Yeah, because I put freaking ice in my water and I have it full and people need to stay away from my water. Anyway, but now all of you guys that don't have an insulated tumbler want one right this moment, don't you? Am I wrong? I'm just saying. You just watched me do a live demo on one of my absolutely favorite tumblers. And if you don't have one, if you have one, you need 6. So to just be clear, you need to go get more. But I did do it online. I did it online, but I did it live. what I just told you was if I was doing a Facebook party, I would go live and do this. This is exactly what I would do. Even if I went live with my 8 favorite products or whatever. So I'm just telling you that if I was doing Facebook parties, that's how I would do them. Because you're going to go fill yours up with ice right now. Fill the entire thing full and then just add water. It's the best. Anyway, somebody asked me to explain the e-commerce pool. Or do you mean party pool? Rockon needs an insulated tumbler challenge. They need to go on sale before I do that. But and see, if you keep buying them, you get collections of different colors. You have fun colors like lime green. See? E-commerce party pool. I'm not sure what the question is you're asking. I know that if you sign up for a Plus account or higher and you submit $500 in sales in a month, then so if you have a Plus account or higher and you submit $500 in sales, Tupperware takes all of the money that people go on to Tupperware.com and they place orders because they're idiots and they don't have consultants and they make me mad, but whatever. So Tupperware takes all those orders and they take all the commission from those orders. And if you are an active consultant, so if you're in active status, if you submit 500 or more, and if you have a Plus account or whatever our accounts names are right now, you have that or higher, Tupperware takes all of that commission and divvies it up equally. You very, very, very much want to have a Plus account or higher this month and next, no matter what, because November and December are the highest shopped online months of our year. And so that dollar amount that they kick back to you, it always pays for your website. I mean, it's always like $20 or I don't know. It's not that much, but it's enough. But November, December, we've had upwards of $75 or $100 that people get back because there's so much online shopping. So anyway, that's probably what you're asking, I think, when you're asking about what's the e-commerce pool. I guess that's what, I'm not 100% sure, but so that's what when you get dollars amount back and you don't know why, that's why. So always sell 500, always be active, and always have a Plus account or higher. Yeah? Okay. All right, well, I'm going to let you guys go. It's been so much fun hanging out with you today and having fun with you. I adore you all. I can't wait to see what you do in November. I want you guys to go and play in my Just One More party thing and book some more parties for November because I want you to. And anybody, I got a challenge for you. Are you ready? Shouldn't get off yet because I have a challenge for you. Anybody that gets one new recruit this week is going to get a gift from me. I just made that up right this second on the spot. So anybody, I'm going to call it the Each One Reach Run. Each One Reach One. Anybody with one new recruit this week is going to get a gift from me. Okay? Mwah. Go get a recruit. Have a great week. Tear it up. Book some parties. Love you. All right. See you.